What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Ollie Out Show, sponsored by the One Football app. Links in the description for all your up-to-date footballing news. Manchester United, bruv. Manchester United 2, yeah? Aston Villa 2. And you know what's mad? On the Flex and Rants show, Flex said to me, Rants, next 3 games, Aston Villa, Everton, and Tottenham. No, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Man City. How many points we gonna get? And I said 1, blood. And the 1 will be against Norwich. Aston Villa, Norwich. Norwich done Arsenal, innit? So I got Norwich on the brain still because I was watching both games. It's just very mad. Very fucking mad, bruv. We are so shit, yeah? And it's the manager. I seen it, yeah. Since Ollie's become permanent manager, he's got a 21% win ratio, bruv. Any other gaffer gets sacked for that. I think he's got something like 7 wins in like 20 something games or something. It's so bad, bruv. It's so bad, like, since permanent manager. I just don't even know. Like, at this point, if you're still Ollie in, yeah, like, I don't know what to say to you, bruv. Like, you've been indoctrinated. Maybe it's the DNA. Maybe I don't have the DNA, bruv, because, like, that DNA just makes you deluded. I don't give a shit what he's done as a player for the club. The guy's fucking shit, innit? Let's look at the facts, innit? Because people can talk about emotions. Gary Neville can come talking out of his asshole, yeah? Talking about, oh, he needs time in these 3 to 4 windows. You have to show people that you deserve that time. The only people that get given time, yeah, as a default, are people with a proven track record, of which Ollie does not have one. Therefore, he doesn't deserve time based on what he's shown us. He doesn't deserve time based on what he's done previously. He doesn't deserve time based on his results so far. Any other club in the league is sacking their manager if they've got a 20% win ratio. Let me rephrase that. Any other top 4 team, any other top 6 team, any other top half of the table team, of which we are barely in. I don't even know if we're in the top half of the table because we weren't at kickoff. So maybe we're still not. Any team with an ounce of ambition sacks their manager if he's been on a run like that. I can only suggest that them man are already talking to Pochettino, blood. And I already told you, man, already, yeah. I feel like Ollie's days are numbered. I feel like he's not as safe as you lot think he is. That's from the rumblings I've been hearing anyway. Because before they were like, yeah, Ollie's going to be given time. But I feel like even Ollie knows that the pressure's on him. But you can see by the Astana team that he picked, he was trying to save players for this game. Clearly it didn't work. The man, he still couldn't inspire the results. Man could talk about the players all day, say they're not good enough and this, that and the other. But one thing you need, and as I was saying about LVG in my Rants Red Talk, if you don't have amazing players, yeah, you need to build a structure in which they can operate in. It seems like Ollie's putting these guys out here and saying, yo, just do your thing. But the level of quality is not that high. So when the level of quality is not that high, you cannot just put players out there to just do their thing. You have to build a system for them to operate within. That's basic management. You look at managers like Sam Allardyce and all these man. These man constantly manage players that are worse than the players that Ollie's got. But what these managers do, people like Allardyce and that, whether their football's pretty or not, they build a structure within which a certain level of player can operate in. And it makes them get the best out of their limited abilities, which is why Sam always is known as the guy to keep people up. Not because he's a great manager, but he's good at organising and just getting the fucking best out of limited resources. That's what he does. That's what shit managers like Tony Pulis do as well, bruv. They get man playing anti-football, bruv, but they just get these man operating to their strengths and they get results. Why can't Ollie do that with these players? The reason why he can't do that with these players is because he's a shit coach and a shit manager. I don't know how. I don't know how else to say it, bruv. Like, I feel like people feel like I've been harsh with him. I ain't been harsh, bruv. He's shit, innit? Like, let's not make no mistake about it. The fact that we can lose games and you see him out there smiling like he's just happy to be there, he's out of his depth. He's a fucking loser, bruv. You should be coming off the pitch angry, upset. You got players like De Gea who've been stripped of his vice captaincy because he's come out and he's just spoke about the lack of what it seems like, man, just the lack of just knowing what to do. Like, I think that De Gea's just sussed it, that Oli just ain't shit. Oli is the manager, but he's not a manager. He's not a coach. He's just good at fucking calling players by their names. Fucking Jonah and Rashi and these man there, calling them by nicknames like they're fucking friends, bro. How about you manage? How about you be the manager? How about you make some fucking decent changes, bruv? Man brought on Luke Shaw today. To do what? To do what? Martial weren't having one of his best games. Had a couple chances, but you take off Martial, bruv, and Andreas Pereira's dropping a 0 out of 10, blood. Yes, he got the assist today, but other than that, he done fuck all, bruv. Fuck all. And man are supposed to rate Oli. The guy's a fucking clown, bruv. I don't want to hear anyone chat shit to me about this guy and his 3 or 4 windows. Poch in, Oli out, blood. You're going to see the Poch agenda hashtag going on Twitter every fucking day now. If I forget to tweet it, make sure you remind me, blood. Same as Instagram. The Poch agenda, blood. Get Poch in, fam. Get this fucking dickhead out, bruv. Norwegian fucking PE teacher, bruv. My PE teacher was a better manager than him, fam. I'm telling you. That's a fact. I remember when I was in college, blood. My PE teacher had man try to set up doing this little 3-4-3 Italian thing from way back in the day, blood. Hold tight Steve and that, blood. He better manager than Oli. Fam, if Oli was coming for my job as the manager of the United Stand FC, I wouldn't even flinch, bruv. He's fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, them, all I need to say, yeah, is we're shit, yeah? Jack Grealish top bins is us yeah, at home. He top bins is us at home, yeah? My man, Williams, had an absolute stinker today. I know he's young. A lot of you don't feel like you can't criticize players because they're young. That's bullshit. How did these players learn to improve if you don't criticize them, bro? This is the problem with society these days. Too many of these young players are mad entitled. You can't tell them they played shit. You can't tell them they need to do better, bruv. No, stop protecting these man. He's a big man now. He's playing big man football in a big man team. You fucked up, innit? Like, it was his fault for the first goal. Early on in the build-up. And then Andreas gets turned. Bro, you know Grealish is right-footed. You know that Grealish wants to come back on his right foot. You have to show him down the outside aggressively. What Andreas did was kind of side on, kind of, yeah. But if you want to go inside, bruv, you can go inside, bruv. Andreas is a fucking prick. You know what I mean? I don't know how that guy finished the game. That's another one of Oli's errors. So Andreas allows him to come inside on his right foot. And it was a Mr. Whippy 99, bruv. Like it was, innit? It was a beautiful strike. Like no goalkeeper saving that. But my problem with the fucking situation in the first place is how the fuck did you let man come inside that easily, bruv? Andreas is a joke, bruv. Man have to check that passport. Man is saying that he's Brazilian. There is nothing Brazilian about him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bruv. I think he might be like Albanian or something. And man's lying. You know, like that. I don't see it, bruv. Man's got the little side parting and that. Man's got Albanian friends with the same trim, bruv. Maybe he's Albanian, innit? I don't know, fam. Joke thing. And then Marcus Rashford gets on the end of an Andreas cross. Very good cross, bruv. That's why I call him the pre-season Pirlo, blood. Because man's got flashes of moments, innit? That was one of the moments. And then Rashford again popped up. I think he's got 8 goals and 4 assists in the very recent recent past. I don't know. I'm not a stats man, innit? Like, I see these things and I try not to hold on to too many of them because most of them just don't tell the full story. Like, Rashi was dropping a solid 0 out of 10 as well, bruv. Just like Daniel James and Martial. The front three were dropping a solid 0 and then scored a very good header. Ball come in, headed it into the floor. That's what they teach you. Do you know what I'm saying? It bounced off the inside of the post. I'll give Rashi the benefit of the doubt, innit? Like, on the finish. Obviously, we know he's not known for his heading. I think the last header I remember him scoring was against Arsenal, blood. His debut. Like, he probably has scored another header since then, but he doesn't get many. Good header. 1-1. Then obviously, even though it's 1-1, them man are still all over us, fam. Like, man are getting outpossessed, outpassed by fucking Aston Villa. Like, I had to tweet and ask man what the name of their manager is, because I swear I didn't know. Man's name's Dean Smith, bruv. How are you a full Premier League team? I had never heard of your manager, yeah, and you're bopping us. I just don't even know. When newly promoted teams are outplaying Ollie, yeah, you man need to seriously, like, you have to just know that this guy's trash, bruv. Like, you have to know that he's trash. So, alright, cool. We're getting moved to, yeah? And then we go ahead. Man like Lindelof, a.k.a. Bindelof and that. It's all dead. Back post. Fred plays the ball in, who had a very good game, by the way. Man still trying to slander Fred when he was our best player today. Great ball in. Ball to Lindelof at the back post. Good enough header. Cool. 2-2s now. It's 2-2. Man got binsed out. Tyrone Mings, yeah, was doing up Del Piero, fam. I don't even know what is going on. We know we are shit, yeah, when we go ahead and we can't even control the game. Not even for 5 minutes to see out the inevitable storm that was going to come. And then after that, we just never looked like scoring again. Both times when we scored goals, we never really looked like scoring. There's no style of play. It clearly looks like Ollie cannot motivate these guys. His substitutions were suspect as fuck. Like, there is nothing about what this guy's doing that even gives me the slight bit of optimism that things are going to get better anytime soon. And you got idiots coming out fucking saying give him time and defending him, bruv. Like, usually, like, listen, I'm all for people, like, having like an opinion and having difference of opinions and stuff. But you see, when all the facts point towards you being wrong, sometimes you got to just shut the fuck up, innit? Because how can man have a 21% win ratio? How can man be struggling against all these promoted teams at home? How will all these things happen and you're making fucking excuses for it? And the thing is, if you're going to keep that same energy, because listen, everyone can change their mind, innit? When Ollie first came in and fortunes changed, cool. I can understand why everyone was like, yeah, Ollie's at the wheel, let's give Ollie time, because it's the romantics in us. We're United fans. We grew up watching Solskjaer. We wanted him to be our Pep Guardiola to Barcelona. We wanted that, innit? Of course we did. If we took our emotions out of it, then it was painfully obvious. It just, bruv, he's not levels, innit? He was never going to be that. Like, what he done at Cardiff would have told us that. But if we're honest, yeah, a lot of us probably didn't give a shit when he was at Cardiff. We didn't really watch Cardiff play football because it's fucking Cardiff, innit? I didn't. And also, I looked at it and I said, you know what? Cardiff have got shit players. Maybe if he's got better players, he can do better. But even when you have shit players, you have to have a formula, a philosophy, something. The way Norwich play football, blood. Do you know what I mean? Yes, they're going to get beat because they try and play football instead of trying to spoil the game. So they are going to get beat against teams that play football that have better players. But Norwich play the right way. They play a way you can tell that Farker knows what he's doing, bruv. If Ollie was getting us to play like Norwich and we were losing games because we were playing good football and the other teams just had better players than us, then I'll be like, cool. Give Ollie better players and then we can see this Ollie ball thing. But he's a fucking fraud. And the thing is, when he does get sacked, because it will happen, ain't no one going to be queuing up for Ollie, bruv. He'll never manage in the Premier League again. He'll probably never manage in England again because he couldn't get a job in the Championship right now. That's how shit he is. Do you think if Aston Villa sacked their manager, they would hire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bruv? Like, honestly, ask yourself that. Because that's where we are right now. The guy's a fucking bum. So, when man want to say, oh yeah, but so and so and the players and that, I'm not trying to hear it, bro. If you're trying to tell me that giving Sam Allardyce these fucking players, yeah, he wouldn't be getting better results than Oli, then you're smoking, blood. And I hate Allardyce, blood, or Allardyce, or whatever he wants to call himself. I hate that guy, bruv. That guy hates football. But he's a better manager than Oli. It's facts, innit? Oli's a bum, bruv. Man, I see a meme today as well. Like, you know, I'm going to tell my kids that this is Tony Pulis, blood, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picture. Bruv, at least Tony Pulis, yeah, was getting the W's, innit? Oli ain't even getting the W's. He is a seasoned bum, bruv. That's what he is. He's a Kim Kardashian bum, blood. And that's never going to change. That's never going to change. Like, I fell asleep more times watching that game, yeah, than United created chances. I'm not going to lie, bruv. I caught myself napping about 3-4 times during that game. Man's head was just, trust me. Man looked like Phil Mitchell in his prime, I'm telling you, with the Colonel Mustard, blood, I'm telling you, and the rum. I was nodding, fam. I was proper nodding. It's all mad. I just don't even know, guys. I don't know how you guys watch United week in, week out and still have faith in Oli. I don't, innit? Like, I was meant to be at the game today. I went and I just gave Josh my season tickets because I've got a ridiculous week ahead of me, man, and I need to be up super early. And Flex and Josh ain't going to get back down. I'm not going to get back down here till probably about 2 a.m. probably. It's mad. And I've got like a mad thing, and it's Flex's birthday in the morning as well, and we've got to start filming our show at 10:30. Make sure you look out on Twitter also, so you can put your questions in for the Flex and Rant show. But yeah, we've just got a stupid week ahead, and I was like, you know what? I'm not trekking all the way up to Old Trafford for this shit. And I'm so glad I didn't go, bro. This is the state that the club's in, bro. Like, my whole life, man's supported this club, you know. And this is the 4th season I've had a season ticket. And it's just literally, bruv. Like, I think it was Van Gaal's... Season 2 Van Gaal, I got my season ticket. And I've just watched nothing but shit football at Old Trafford as an adult. Nothing but shit, you know. When man's finally in a position to go to all the games and I'm watching nothing but fucking shit. Like, man would rather stay at home and watch and play Fortnite, blood, than go to Old Trafford. It feels like a chore right now. And that is down to Oli. I'd rather we are playing good football and not getting the results. Because we're just not getting the results and not playing good football. So, guys, like, there's not even really much to analyse from the game. It was just fucking shit, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Harry Maguire ain't looking like 80 million. Man's looking like 80 euros and that. Do you know what I mean? Lindelof's just Lindelof. Brandon Williams had a shit game. You know what I mean? But he's gaining good experience. Again, defensively, Wan-Bissaka never really had much to do. Going forward, he could always improve. Fred, man of the match by a country mile. Andreas Pereira, he's definitely the Albanian. Like, he's definitely the Albanian, bruv. Man's not Brazilian, fam. He's Albanian now, fam. Man, for switch up those deets real quick. Daniel James looks every bit a championship winger, bruv. Like, when I like the guy, if you don't give him space in behind, he looks so basic, bruv. So basic. He just looks like a rich tea biscuit, blood. Like, on the right wing. He really does. Loads of people saying, oh, we don't need Sancho, we got James and that, bruv. If any of you lot think that we need a striker before we need a right winger, then I don't know what to tell you, mate. Because Daniel James is not the answer from the start. You know what I mean? I think he'll be an amazing squad player for Manchester United for his whole career, bruv. Like, he'll literally get loads and loads of caps. He could go down as a club great. He could, in terms of longevity. He's what, 21 or something like that. He could be at the club for another 10 years and go down as a great, bruv. Yeah, I mean, he could go down as a great. I don't think he'll ever be a legend because I don't think he'll ever be good enough. But he could go down as one of them players, bruv. He could spend 10 years at the club for sure. He's British as well. You know what I'm saying? He works hard. He's got a good attitude. But he's not the guy, bruv, week in, week out from the start. He's not in it. Like, when teams sit back, or he comes up against a decent right back, you see his level. Like he's very much a one-trick pony. If the pace down the outside doesn't work, he hasn't really got much other than the cutting and the bang in it. And when he's playing on the right hand side, he don't have that. When you're right-footed and you play on the right hand side, you need a bit of cuteness, a bit of skill. Giggs was left-footed, he played on the outside, but Giggs could go past players. The old-fashioned way, yeah, of playing on the wing, where you're right-footed, you play on the right, you go down the outside, and you need to have a bit about you. Now, because everyone's inverted, the art of taking a player on is almost died, blood. These wingers ain't got no fucking skills no more, blood. It's just like, it's all just touch, drop the shoulder, cut inside and try and shoot, bruv. Like, nah, like, that's dead, bruv. When you come up against a half-decent defender, that's not going to be able to run. You have to be able to off-balance people and that. He can't do that. Like, if his pace don't get him out of jail, he ain't got nothing, bruv. He's got nothing to get past a man. He's dead, fam. And then Marcus, good goal, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Man have to do the Rashford agenda as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, another trash game, bruv. But with one moment. Martial, another trash game. And it could have been one moment, but the goalkeeper saved it. And that's just what it is. Just bare trash all over the field. And all the players can't just be playing shit. You then need to look at the system. Because if all of your players aren't playing well, Fred's the only player that can say he played well today. If all of your players are not playing well, then it has to be the system. Because how can they all have an off day on the same day, blood? That don't make sense. That does not make sense. How can they all have a fucking off day all at once? No. It's down to the manager to make changes. He didn't do that, innit? So, I don't know, guys. This has been your Ollie Out show. Make sure you give me your opinions on the game if you watched it. We don't really want to ask about man of the match because we don't give a shit, innit? Like, Fred was the best player on the pitch. Guys, I don't know why man keeps slandering Frederick. I really don't know. He's played very well. Let me know your analysis. And let me know when you would pull the trigger on Ollie. If you're still Ollie in, by all means, please, like, let me into your way of thinking. Like, I'm going to be checking the comment section, but go down there and put together a strong case for me, because I honestly think that you need your head shaked. But, like, I'm willing to read and see if I can absorb anything, because right now I'm feeling sick to the stomach. Make sure you download the One Football app for all your up-to-date footballing news, guys. The link will always be in the description. Make sure you follow the socials at Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram for all your trolling needs. And there'll be plenty of Arsenal trolling. Why not? Do you know what I mean? We're shit. So I need to get onto someone else to make me feel better. And yeah, make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already, guys. Peace.